Glootie, go make some photocopies of something.
Cool. Well, if anyone wants to develop an app with me, I'm down.
The 4th season of Rick and Morty is officially up and running, and it's like no time has passed. The first 2 episodes have already been amazing, with all of your old favorite characters and a bunch of new ones to get to know. In episode 2, we meet 2 awesome new aliens, but how much about them do you really know?
Where are you going, Glootie?
I've got a date with dumping a dating app. Glootie-oo-dee-oo!
The first character we need to talk about is Glootie, the shiny pink alien with a purple handlebar mustache, who has apparently been serving as Rick's intern. Right after we first meet Glootie, he casually mentions to the family that if anyone wants to develop an app with him, he'd be down for that. He mentions it in a seemingly casual way, but the fact that he has a tattoo on his forehead that reads, "Do not develop my app," leads us to believe that it is probably a wise idea not to go into business with Glootie.
He seems to really want to develop an app.
He really does, sweetie, but nobody's gonna do that.
Which is why, of course, Jerry jumps right in. And he and Glootie create an app called Love Finders, which turns out to be a tool used to distract the human race, while the rest of Glootie's species steal all of the water from Earth. So where exactly does Glootie come from? Well, when Jerry and Morty make their way onto his mothership by threatening to punch whoever gets in their way, we find out that Glootie belongs to an alien race known as the Monogatrons. The Monogatrons are the first species to perfect intimate relationships, and have used that expertise to develop various apps, similar to Love Finders, so they can pillage different planets of their precious water. Because of their mastery of the whole romance thing, chances are the name Monogatron comes from the word monogamy. Rick and Morty never has a shortage of celebrities who are willing to come in and guest star, and Glootie gets his voice from none other than Taika Waititi.
I happen to be between relationships right now.
In case you didn't know, Taika Waititi is a New Zealand-born actor and director who has become a favorite in Hollywood over the last couple of years. He first burst onto the scene all the way back in 2005 with his Oscar-nominated short film, 2 Cars, One Night.
Hey, ugly! Oi, ugly, hey girl!
Since then, he directed New Zealand-based gems like Boy, Hunt For The Wilderpeople, and What We Do in the Shadows.
But you know what? There's also another door. Not the burger ring door, not the Fanta door. Another door that's harder to get through.
Before moving to Los Angeles to take on Marvel with the genre-busting Thor Ragnarok.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the leader in here.
And he hasn't slowed down since. His latest film, Jojo Rabbit, is currently taking theaters by storm. And you can hear his voice again in the Disney Plus epic, The Mandalorian, as the IG-11 droid.
This is acceptable.
And he has a handful of other projects in the works as well. Funnily enough, Rick and Morty also brought in fellow New Zealander and Hunt For The Wilderpeople star Sam Neill to play Glootie's boss and the leader of the Monogatrons.
What is their version of it called?
So the two would authentically be a part of the same species. It's also worth mentioning that the first lady of the Monogatrons is voiced by none other than Kathleen Turner.
And I found a new podcast we can listen to tonight.
Love it.
Whose signature raspy voice was first made famous for her portrayal as the iconic Jessica Rabbit
I hit him on the head with a frying pan and put him in the trunk, so he wouldn't get hurt.
in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Anyway, back to Glootie. Well, he claims multiple times throughout the episode that he's just an intern. We do get to see a little bit more of what he can do when he twirls away at the end of the episode after revealing that he doesn't have a match on Love Finders app that he created. We couldn't talk about episode 2 of Rick and Morty without at least giving a shout out to the green frog-like alien Tony.
I'll have to call you back.
Tony finds himself entangled with Rick after using Rick's private toilet, and has his life quite shaken up by the incident. He starts out working in an office, mourning the passing of his beloved wife, and ends the episode in a fatal Space Mount Everest ski accident. We don't know too much about Tony, but he does look pretty similar to Lizard Morty from the episode Tales from the Citadel. It hasn't been confirmed that they are part of the same species, but with Rick and Morty, you never know. Yet another iconic voice came into the studio to give some gravitas to Tony, Jeffery Wright,
You can make a perfectly realized toilet-filled simulation of heaven, but you can't share a toilet.
who you might know from the sci-fi epic Westworld, or any other of his hundreds amazing credits. Wright will also not only be appearing in the new James Bond movie, but also in the upcoming The Batman as Commissioner Gordon. Well, Tony did pass away in the epic skiing accident, and Glootie has spun off to parts unknown. We can always hold out hope that they'll pop back into the Rick and Morty universe in one way or another.
I'll be seeing you.
You'll be dying.
We're gonna be friends.
You're gonna be dead.
It is a multiverse after all. Almost anything is possible. What did you think of this Rick and Morty episode? Who was your favorite, Glootie or Tony? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out.